There are different options, either outright purchase of a property that you own in your own right, or other investments that are rather more like financial services products, and those you need to have the right level of professional advice and go through a proper process of assessing whether it's appropriate and suitable for you as an investor, but all the signposts can be given to put you in the right direction to talk to the right people. Property investment overseas can be deemed to be higher risk, but there are so many ways in which that can be completely mitigated, and it does come down to the reliability of the developer that you're dealing with. So track record is incredibly important. It also is very much about the location and whether the economy that you're buying into is a stable one, that you know that there is a secure future for property development. And looking at Cape Verde, the drive for improving tourism and supporting developers like us in resort development is really, really important, and that gives enormous confidence to investors. Every project is set up as a special purpose vehicle, and the individual investors effectively own that special purpose vehicle, the land and the construction and development that takes place. So if anything were ever to happen, the investors are very, very well protected by the structures we put in place.
gorgeous island. I absolutely love it here and I don't want to go leave. I don't want to go home. It's beautiful.
I think my favourite location that we filmed at Cape Verde would have to probably be the salt plates, because it was windy but you also got a tan. And I've never been anywhere like that before, so it's quite mesmerising. I really loved the botanical gardens, and it was the fact that like there were chickens running free and there was like loads of different animals and loads of plants that I had never even like seen before and never heard of before.
Santa Maria town, really colourful and cool, so lovely.
From what I've seen, Cape Verdean style is extremely colourful, very tropical, and it seems to me to be a mixture of kind of Cuba and Africa. It's quite fabulous. I think the one essential item to bring to Cape Verde is a fabulous swimsuit, because you are going to be spending a lot of time either by the pool or in the sea or sunbathing on the beach.
The must-have outfit would probably be a white dress, the one that I won and I wore for eliminations, and everyone was like, wow, you look like a Greek goddess, and it was like blowing in the wind. It enhances your tan.
I think the Melia Dunas resort is quite special. It's very contemporary, fabulous swimming pools, there's so many restaurants, and it looks right out over the Atlantic.
When we first arrived at Melia Dunas Resort, I was so amazed. I had never seen such a beautiful hotel. There's a beach, literally right on your doorstep. There's loads of different restaurants, all inclusive as well, which I like. There's loads of different bars, loads of different pools. I got a private pool in my villa. It's just lovely.
Our villa is amazing. Like when I first walked in, I was like, wow, this is like how the A-listers live.
Sashay and win over the crowd at your next runway.
Everyone's first outfit.
I'm quite excited. I'm really forward to this. Yeah, we got that. So ready for this catwalk.
They're coming now. She looks at $1 million. Go, girls.
Alana's crashing. Look at that. Wow.
Here we go.
I was watching the crowd, not just you, and everyone turned their head.
Of course, if it was in bikini, Alana's gonna win. Come on. I have to. This is so exciting. I like this one. Oh, I'm such a lucky girl.
Take me
of grass, every living thing underneath my naked skin, and I am revived, and I live again with life never ends. Take my loaded head, lay it on your chest. All my troubles disappear, melting into love. Every piece of you is the missing piece in me. And I am revived, and I live again with life never
Chapter 6 A Taste of Paradise. This crazy life under review. Eve is stressed out. Each and every workday she wakes up at 7 a.m. to face the Northern Line en route to her business training centre in Trafalgar Square. She serves thousands of businesses in the Avatar Alchemy model, reaching out to find their ideal clients, so to heal their pain and satisfy the desire to gain something. As she puts heart and soul into her work, the company she works with thinks she's top value, and the business model works a treat all round. She's only a one-person team and faces a challenge of the exchange of her time for money conundrum she is living in. Tired, stressed out, and in need of a break, Eve battles on. Eve, what happened to that bungee jump we planned last week? asked Do Kiel, her partner, lying in bed, partly attempting to market price movement on his laptop, while he appreciates the form of his stunning woman applying lipstick before leaving for work. Do Kiel, my time doesn't belong to me. I don't own it. They do. I'm so sorry, my love, but that's how things are right now, and I wish it were different. My business runs well, but contrary to what I thought, simply meeting goals and business targets is not where it's at. I'm not happy right now. All I do is work. Naturally, it could be a lot worse. I could be losing all my time to other people and struggling for money. Luckily, I'm not. But look at you, sir, Mr. Guitar Player and Virtual Stock Market Trader. How lucky are you? Well, I'm lucky for sure, and I couldn't have it any other way. Music satisfies me emotionally, artistically, and financially to a fair degree. I see it as a gift from God. It brings me around the world, and with it, I have fun attracting all the friends I will ever need. Remember we met each other at my gig in Chalk Farm? Trading, on the other hand, took me a while to get, but I just love winning trading strategies and the money that come with them. This is me, but you are the one with the problem, and this is not what we signed up for. If it came down to it, I could always take care of you. Oh yeah, so you are suggesting I drop the business and become a doting, kept woman. I need the fire and passion you enjoy in life as well, but I just haven't got the formula right yet. I know it, Eve. You want to have it all, and you probably will. You just have to find your way. The question is, do you believe that you are the only person who can achieve results in your business? And if there were other people doing the work you do in the business, do you think it would tumble down around you? You are touching on a sore spot again, Do Kiel, like no other person in my life can. But you could not possibly know how I feel. I get the business because I'm good at what I do. You have no idea how it is to be looked at by my male clients as eye candy, only good to be sat on a knee and stroked like a kitten. Ugh, I see it in their eyes. And what the hell is this pretty woman able to do in my business, they think? Well, I have to prove again and again that I'm good enough for the improved results they achieve with me. En route to work, it is commonplace to have some git staring down my blouse between Camden Town and Mornington Crescent as we're jammed in together on the tube like sardines in a squash tin. I have to fight or I'll be condemned to a life of mediocrity, and believe me, you do not want that. In time, there will always be another talented, more interesting, and not to mention interested woman coming down the road looking to excite. No worries. No worries there, my darling. You are more than all the women I will ever need. You make me the luckiest man alive. You are my hot pepper cocktail on chicken and rice. You are my little ray of sunshine on a gloomy day. I wouldn't change you for the world. You do need to get a few things straight though. I suggest you call Incan, my brother, Gabriel's wife, in Dartmouth Park and do Flow Centre with her. You simply need a new perspective on what values are important to you and align these values with your attitude to life. Can you do this, Eve? I can give it a go. Good. Your treasured Flow Centre today. Come on in, Eve, and make yourself comfortable. Can I get you something to drink? Asked Incan with a helpful smile, conveying a trustworthy soul and a warm heart. I'll have one of those teas that both you and Gabriel have become addicted to. Slim and fit, calm and relax, young and fun, or up and go? I like the taste of slim and fit, answered Eve appreciatively. So how is the illustrious Gabriel? Inquired Eve. He's fine. He's playing the clarinet at a festival this week in Berlin. Oh, a busy bee. He sure is. Slim and fit coming right up. For the time being, can you think about an intention you desire to achieve? This was easy for Eve, as she had run this question over and over again in her mind. Her intention is to create a life, having 3 or 4 people to run her business, with clients only requesting her for unique situations or specialist advice. This would give her the edge and focus she needs. It would give her all the time she desires to do the things of choice and remove the stress factor from her life. Inken, returning with her tea in hand, was told this and sat down in a chair directly opposite Eve in a contemplative pose. "A very good intention indeed," remarked Inken. "Eve, can you imagine in your mind's eye a likely future scenario where this intention has become a fact of life for you? How do you feel? How do you spend your time? What are you seeing and hearing around you? Go on, make it life-size, rich in colour and detail. You know, if more people would only allow themselves to do this for themselves, the world would be a much happier place to live in. It gives the mind a direction to go in, to focus its power. Repetition of such a visualization is a proven technique for success in almost any area of endeavour you can imagine. Let me see. I'm 6 months into the future holiday with Dokyul and feel at peace with myself. In touch with myself. I feel happy and love. That's it really. I can hear, I can see, I can feel this very clearly. Eve, is there a place in the world where you feel at peace and relaxed? Absolutely, Inken. Ever since Dokyul and I bought the luxury hotel suite in sunny Cape Verde, it has become the most beautifully relaxing and happiest place of choice for us. We just love being there, laughed Eve. So make this quality as an important value for yourself as you move towards this intention you have, advised Inken. Who shows you respect, Eve? Oh, well, you know, Inken, I get respect from Dokyul and lots of that at that. I also win over the respect from clients who get what they came for. Generally, respect is a value in abundance. Good, Eve. You know your game well and are good at your work. Having said this, even though you know what is needed to achieve in this intention, you will need to be more flexible than you are right now and willing to learn new ways to get the results you do and better too. Can you think of a time where you learned something new? It can be anything, from the single factor that made you dance salsa the way you do to learning fluent Portuguese. Aprende a vivre e amar. It translates as learn to live and love. When Portuguese clicked in me, I was in Brazil at the carnival at Rio de Janeiro, intoxicated by the bright lights and colours and movement from the erotic samba dancing troupes, Portuguese song, the infectious heart-pounding drumming, and the hot air rich in passion and possibility, the food, the cachaça, the sweat. I learned Portuguese, all right. Perhaps we should give all this up and go there, enthused Inken. They both laughed. So when you learn, you totally immerse yourself in something. You feel and see and hear everything as real. Yes, for sure, agreed Eve. Eve, can you tell me what you are positively passionate about? Think about the passion a tennis player has towards his performance ability going into the final of the US Open. Imagine what would happen if you could inject this quality of passion into this intention you have. What would happen? Think of a time when passion was burning inside of you with life. Inken, I don't feel there is anything I could do where I have as much passion towards as that, but I have an intense amount of passion towards Dokyul. When I think about all the things that we can be and do together, it adds all the fuel necessary to power my engine. This is often the case with women, interjected Inken. I have such strong feelings for him that sometimes it feels unworldly. What does the word enrichment mean to you? Well, a well-running business with a steady stream of revenue running into the account. That's it really. Money. Well, that's an acceptable answer. Enrichment means different things to different people, but hey, that's fine. Eve, share with me 3 times in your life, other than the ones you've spoken of already, where you've experienced a wow factor. Wow. Okay. Visiting Paris for the first time. I fell in love with the romantic air of Montmartre, the view of the city skyline from Sacré-Cœur, and the sumptuous quality I felt at restaurants. When I received the news that I had passed my master's degree over the phone, I experienced wow too. Suddenly, a collage of images, sounds and feeling of all the possibilities now available to me saturated my body and mind, as well as an intense sense of release for getting through. Another wow moment was diving with dolphins and turtles in the crystal clear waters of Gran Canaria. Eve, in an ideal world, what does the word fulfillment mean to you? Ah, fulfillment, cited Eve. Being fulfilled. He, she, and it are fulfilled. They are fulfilled and found it fulfilling. She brimmed over with bliss as fulfillment unleashed inside her body. The music took her as she was intoxicated by a powerful sense of fulfillment from the core of her soul. Incan, simply to awaken in the morning and to live life on my own terms is all the fulfillment I need. Music for many is a powerful factor. It provides relief for those in stress, creates a sense of belonging. When a person is open to the power of music, they can heal. As Bob Marley said, when the music hits you, you feel no pain. Is there any music that triggers any strong feelings? Easy. A duet of Gabriel and Dokiel playing together in Cape Verde on a warm evening after a fabulous evening meal. Agreed. That's about the size of it for me too, smiled Incan. Which leads me to my final question. Other than the blissful combination of saxophone and guitar from brothers Gabriel and Dokiel, our men at that, is there any music that triggers strong feelings? I remember seeing a band in Martinique at a small music festival near St. Anne. Near St. Anne, there is a beach called Des Salines that faces St. Lucia, and the picturesque island can be seen on a clear day. I love all 4 Brahms symphonies, and once at St. Lucia Jazz Festival, I heard a band from Trinidad that played some of the most deliciously intoxicating music I have ever heard. Can't remember who they were, but listening to them I just felt wonderful. Eve, that was such a colourful flow centre, and I feel emotionally invested too as we travel a lot together with the guys. Let me summarise for you. Your intention is to have your business running at a very high level of operation with a trusted team who work with clients on your behalf. With the time that opens up for you, you can spend more quality time with Dokiel on Cape Verde at the luxury beach resort you have purchased together. In the meantime, running aspects of your business remotely, when necessary building your reputation, deepening respect and creating value for your business clients, squeezing more juice out of life while learning new things and ways to optimize learning, rather like the point at which speaking Portuguese clicked into place for you. Meanwhile, positively fine-tuning the factors that passion strongly influence, for example, the passion you inject into your relationship. Money runs well as you draw from the fascinating sensations of memories of Paris, of news of passing your masters and diving with dolphins and turtles in Gran Canaria. Life is now carried out on your own terms, as you feel happy, fulfilled and full of intense feelings. There is music in the air, our duet of men, the passion and intensity of Brahms and more. As you think about your intention, you will find that it now infinitely feels richer than when I first asked the question. Eve, is there an intention you desire to achieve? Incan, all of the above would work a treat. This is your flow centre. Let's make it happen. Are you ready for the challenge? Is there anything funny about self-acceptance? Asks Dokiel. Indeed, there is, because the truth of self-acceptance snookers many otherwise brilliant people, replied Gabriel. So many people want the changes they desire to happen for them. The career, the happiness, the girlfriend, the love, the money, a charmed life and more. In the bright light of day, when asked to be honest about what is actually going on, they struggle to be honest with themselves, let alone anyone else. It is not necessarily their fault because so many live in such blinkered versions of their own lives. They are unaware of the fact that they stand in a place at a future point in time instead of where they actually are. some living in the past too. It is the basis of madness, pain, pain, and more pain, and the point at which a crazy life should and most definitely come under review. The real challenge with such a scenario is that life will continually remind such people that all isn't well until that review takes place. Take Dexter, a successful guy who seemingly has it all, an executive position with all the peaks imaginable, a fat car, huge salary, and a big respect from his team. Ask Dexter, are you happy? And he'll tell you about his last holiday, the amazing hotel he stayed in, and all the women that he had sex with. Ask him, Dexter, are you happy? And he'll tell you about the members club he belongs to, where one night he met Richard Branson and discussed entrepreneurship until the early hours of the morning. Ask him, Dexter, are you happy? And he'll tell you all about the Maserati he bought, its top speed, and how it's a perfect match for his lifestyle. Take a step closer and look eye to eye with him with noses almost touching and ask, Dexter, are you happy? After acknowledging his financial achievements, he may, in a quiet moment, tell you, I could be a lot happier. So indeed, it is quite funny that such a super successful man desires fulfillment, Dokiel laughed. He'll probably give his left arm for Eve or Incan in his life, a woman with some real substance to her. Well, Dokiel, the deep relationship thing is not for everyone. Many men thrive on random soirees with women. I know it well, and for years it felt fabulous for me as well. As you know very well too, habitually coming up short for women who give you their heart and soul will eventually leave you feeling as empty as the Sahara. As the saying goes, every time you hurt someone, you lose a piece of yourself. Dexter has a void that needs filling, and it's not another supercar or another hang with Mr. Branson, I might add. And they both laugh uncontrollably. Dokiel, this is it. Lasting change cannot happen before a person accepts themselves completely. It doesn't matter how tough the truth of your situation is, how tough, how embarrassing, or how crazy it is. Shine a light on your situation brightly. When life kicks you down, you can always get back up on the saddle again. Embrace acceptance on a deep level, then set your goals, targets, and intentions, and life will show you that you are blessed as the day you were born. Beliefs and values in motions. Incan and Eve are sitting together enjoying a glass of port on a fine evening on Gabriel and Incan's veranda. The guys are out on a gig together in town. Incan, the beliefs a person hold on a deep level demonstrate what is important to them. A person can hold a belief and behave in a manner which supports that belief for an entire lifetime. A belief that may work for them or be to their detriment, giving that person the same horrible results time after time until they change that belief for the better. Even though beliefs are fragile and supported by weak legs that can be easily removed and replaced by stronger ones. What in life, Incan, is important to you? Well, health and vitality for a start, Eve. To be loving and warm, to express gratitude, to heal and enable, to generate wealth, to be the strong woman behind a wonderful man. Intelligence, fun and happiness, contribution and adventure. Beliefs are strengthened by the points of reference people have associated with them. The more references, the stronger the belief. If I can give an example, take two excellent bands playing, let's say Cuban music, one Japanese and the other Cuban. Which band do you think would touch the listener deepest, and why? I'm not sure, Incan. I suppose the Japanese band would be perfect executors of the music. Everything would be technically perfect, the rhythms and orchestration in perfect sync. Well, that's right, but the Cuban group may touch a listening heart deeper because of the numerous places, times and situations playing that music in Cuba, where the essence of that music was created in those places, times and situations. The Japanese group may be awesome, but would lack those deeper references. There are also rules that determines the validity of a belief. Any time I hear the clarinet, I feel good. Anytime I help someone, my life has meaning, for example. Eve, while working with Gabriel's Accelerating the Motion learning model, you came to terms with a belief you are holding on to. The belief being that a woman has to be more man-like in nature to thrive and become successful in a male-dominated environment. Eve looks down to the right, as if it has become clear that she has deeply ingrained beliefs around this position. For a woman in a corporate world, it can be tough. Everyone knows this. So to win, you have to play the game in a manner that works for you, and not to become a victim of such a situation. Stop a moment and think about multi-millionaire entrepreneur Anita Roddick, creator of the Body Shop empire. What belief do you think she might have had around this area? Whatever you say, the wellness and beauty arenas is still male-dominated. A tricky one, replies Eve. I'd say she believes that women in a male-dominated environment should champion their femininity. Not by being so sexy that guys are constantly hot for her, even though that may happen, but by bringing out the qualities in herself that a man would admire and respect in a woman. Simply accept that men will always be as they are in nature and bring out the qualities of the guys around her. So in the light of day, they may fancy the pants off her, but she gets nothing but support, respect and admiration. Do you think you could do this, Eve? Run a survey online for men in corporate environment with surveymonkey.com, for example. SurveyMonkey will give you 10 questions free and 100 answers for each question. Imagine you created a free survey based on these 10 questions. Number 1. Can you accept a hot woman as a boss? Number 2. Could you accept a hot woman boss as a brilliant operator? Number 3. Would you respect your boss if she was a hot woman as well? Number 4. How can a woman in the workplace bring out the best in you? Number 5. Do you think a woman could run a sales training business better than a man? Number 6. How would you show respect for a hot woman as a boss if she were brilliant? Number 7. If your boss was a hot woman, how would you talk about her in the pub with your mates? Number 8. Should a woman at work compete with men for power by behaving more like a man? Number 9. How can a woman remain feminine and receive deserved respect? Number 10. What values would you hold dear in a successful and hot woman boss? Eve, now imagine you received 100 answers for each of these questions and also interviewed 20 hot and successful businesswomen who made it on their own terms. I think you would begin to create a model for yourself to step into and values that you can adapt for yourself that support the capabilities that you have as a boss, which in turn will reinforce your attitude as you walk and talk in the workplace. Beliefs and values provide the why to, the motivations and guidelines behind the strategies and capabilities, so you can hip walk, talk and act with meaning in your environment. They support your sense of identity, the who behind the why, how, what, where, when. Align your habits and your beliefs to achieve the results you desire. Communicating and expression of the soul. The singer was born to sing. The musician was born to play. The leader was born to motivate. The writer was born to articulate. The stuntman was born to thrill. The poet was born to express love. The actress was born to dramatize. The businessman was born to serve. The sportsperson was born to score. The dancer was born to move with grace. The artist was born to create the world around us. You were born to communicate your story to the world in your own unique way. Growth from a place in the sun. Sun-drenched beaches with pure white sands, warm crystal clear waters and a cool whispering breeze. You too can discover this natural, relaxing and soothing paradise. Nestling in the Atlantic, Cape Verde. We are on the final approach, folks. We will be on the ground in 15 minutes. Welcome to Cape Verde. Paradise at your fingertips. The pilot's voice shakes Inken from her meditative focus on the crystal blue waters below. She turns to Gabriel beside her and takes his hand in hers. The warm press of his large hand engulfing hers makes her tingle in anticipation. "How did I get so lucky?" she asks him, her soft breath tickling the outer halls of his ear. Gabriel just grins. She knows he's keeping a secret from her, but she doesn't care. Whatever he used to help him catch her attention was well worth the bit of intrigue. He is a handsome man, tall and dark. She glances across the aisle at his brother Dokiel. They are incredibly similar, and his girlfriend Eve. Eve could be Inken's sister. The brothers must have similar taste. Inken smiles at the thought. The plane bumps to a landing, and she can feel the wheels spin against the smooth asphalt of the pristine landing strip. They taxi across the airport, finally pulling into a gate on the far end. Would you like to take holidays on a fabulous beach resort? Are you interested in holiday rental revenues? Do you desire to earn 7% for the next 4 years? Who will you be when you are financially free? Off the west coast of Africa and just 1 hour south of the Canaries, Cape Verde consists of 10 islands and 5 islets. It is an idyllic location where the sun always shines and the refreshing light breeze helps maintain a delightfully warm year-round climate. Love and intimate connecting. The intensely passionate relationship between Gabriel and Inken started at first sight of each other on a moonlit night at a gig he was on in London. Today, they are so steaming hot together that neither can barely handle the gentle hush of ecstasy that run through their spines each time they see each other. Gabriel, who had just been through a spell of being single, was not ready to take things slow at all. He found many ways to express the love blooming uncontrollably for her. Gabriel and Inken were together one night at a famous ice cream parlour for some yummy ice cream with some chocolate. As always, an amorous atmosphere around them. Gabriel asked, "Would you care to go for a concert at the Barbican with me?" Inken replied happily, "Yes, of course, you need not ask." Feeling so good and knowing in her heart, Eureka, he found her. The concert was supposed to kickstart at 8 p.m. The attendees needed to be seated by 7:45 p.m. and the couple had arrived at the venue an hour before the scheduled time. As they waited for the main event, enjoying listening to a fine string quartet in the foyer. Unknowingly, Gabriel's old friend Peter was attending the same concert. Arrived at exactly 7:45 p.m, Peter brought out his new iPhone to Snapchat with and inform his distant girlfriend Kate about the impending concert. In the corner of his eye, he caught a glimpse of Gabriel and Inken and knew straight away Inken was the right one for Gabriel. So he finally found the right woman. Touching your most exquisite memory. Tonight, Inken looks as fine as can be, wearing a red dress she picked up from duty-free en route to Cape Verde, with some understated but sensual shoes. Gabriel could barely believe how fine the woman looking at him is, one with the right look in her eye. Her face lights up as the sunlight reflects upon it at a slight angle, looking so good as if delivered to him from another world. Gabriel loves her deeply and showed her the appreciation she deserves as a woman. And oh boy, he let her know that he loved her so. Leaning over her, he gives Inken a quick peck on the lips as a sign of assurance. Oh, how he loves those suckable lips, shapely and full. "What are you having?" he asked. "Well," she replied, "I saw the waiter bring some fish a moment ago, and that will work for me." So, fish it is, and a bottle of the house red. For me, it's going to have to be the seafood salad. It was a special night. The restaurant was warm and friendly. Fine live music, an incredible musician was playing with an air so relaxed it was impossible for the mind to be anywhere else but here. Gorgeous music from where I don't know, but it was wonderful. They laugh and tell each other stories with gentle banter about the people they know and fun times that they've had. Gabriel has lived well and achieved much. He has a lot to share. Incan is charged by Gabriel's loving stare. Can this moment last forever? The couple enjoyed their food when it was served. The fish, a tasty hot, with a drizzle of lemon and some spicy sauce. When nourished, Gabriel motioned to the waitress that he wanted the check, as he wanted Incan alone now. Alone in their luxury hotel suite, they have bought together. They paid the bill and left a small tip. Walking outside and gazing wantonly over the veranda at the gently hushing sea, they kiss passionately, his hands running down that fine body of hers. It took them a few minutes to absorb the intensity of the moment. This is exactly what they wanted ever since falling in love. A star-struck night, sensual, inviting, and the sea laps gently on the shore. The warm, gentle breeze caresses as I gaze admiringly upon her face. It's like I can taste her smile, feel the music of her body. I'm charmed as her presence somehow releases me even more than just a moment ago. Oh, I am blessed. The feeling of air on my skin, something thicker than air yet thinner than water. The heartbeat picks up tempo. There is magic in the air. Time slows down. I tune in and overcome. Dokiel and Eve. Dokiel and Eve grew up together. They went to school together and were very good friends there. As they grew older, Dokiel realized that he was romantically in love with Eve and assumed that Eve knew how he felt about her, though he never told her. He did everything a lover might be expected to do for Eve. Always the first to call her on her birthday, lavishing her with gifts. Gifts on Valentine's, gifts on every occasion that gifts are exchanged, and even gifts for no reason at all. They participated together in an adventurous dating, travelled together, played games together, and with friends who always paired them together. Eve is the first person he talks to about things bothering him and about important decisions that he needs to make. They are closer than many married couples will ever be. Eve was in love with Dokiel as well, but she is the kind that believes that a man has to make the first move to make the relationship move forward, and was secretly hoping for Dokiel to pop the question, but he never did. Eve's clock was ticking. She wanted to get married and was turning down all the dating offers because she was waiting for Dokiel. At 29 years old, she was sent abroad by the Wellness Clarinet Limited for a 6-month social media avatar alchemy training course. While there, keeping in touch with Dokiel, exchanging gifts with him, communicating with him daily, expecting him to pop the question to her, but he never did. One day, Eve met another guy, Dexter, at a supermarket, who asked her out on a date. A month after their first date, Dexter popped the question to her that Eve had been expecting Dokiel to ask for some time. "Will you marry me?" Eve was taken aback. She liked him a lot, but she was not in love with him, asking him to give her some time to think about it. A little torn because there was Dokiel, whom she loves and has known all her life, but he has never told her that he loves her. And here is Dexter, that she likes very much, has known only for a short time and is asking for her marriage. What should I do? She asks herself. With a deep desire to get married, Eve could no longer wait and contemplated marrying Dexter. Dokiel had taken his time, but she loved him deeply, and she knew that he loved her too. Luckily for them both, Dokiel came to visit her and at long last popped the question too, sensing something had changed for Eve. She couldn't contain her happiness and screamed yes to Dokiel, almost before he finished his sentence of proposal. Dokiel and Eve got married 2 months later and have been happy ever since. Now, what is the moral to this story? The moral is, if you love a woman, let her know immediately. Don't let a Dexter in. Act fast. Tuning in to avatar preferences. Face, type, form and shape, hair type and colour, eyes, shape and colour, nose shape, lips shape and size, cheek structure, warm and soft to the touch, chin, shoulders, height and dimensions, breast size shape and nipples, personality type, inner smile, hands and fingers, leg shape and length, ruby red nail polish, feet and toes, shape and size, smile and laughter, music and poetry, flow center, heart rate, energy, intensity, metabolism, speed, risk level, clothes, lingerie, shoes, interest, dreams, sixth sense and intuition, butterflies in stomach, fun activities to do together, cortical skills, travel, peace of mind, attract your partner.
The poetry of love. There is an enchanted lady in the world like none before her. Hails from London and only knows the now. She is ripe and ready for love, full of grace as the sunlight shines upon her face. Her shape and size is perfection as she touches me with intensity. Her feet are fine with an erogenous line, deep inside her I must fly. I've known her now for sounds of time, the sands of time. I've loved that smile, that raw beauty undefined. Refined, whole, and dimension subtle to view, oh, she's fine. Fine in view, as she haunts my mind. When away, away? Did I hear you say away? Come back straight away. Let the music of life smile upon her brow as she loves as much as is loved. She loves even deeper than she is loved, and I could not love her more if I tried. I swim in the warm well of yours, eat and drink her elegance and grace. My darling, now's the time to dive deep to a new depth in the love and life space. The many blessings of life ensures that you walk through my open door. The many blessings of life ensures that you respect the beauty at your core. For me you're the best, better than the rest, as your warmth expands my chest. With eyes that fashion like cinders bright, gems of alluring passion came your way tonight. From days of sun, living with stress from none, tonight's the night to kiss and hold you tight, to feel a wanton desire excite. Your life of freedom begs you to dare to fulfill your potential, show love and care. A particularly spicy phase in time we saunter through in abundance to bear. For you, my love, I'll scale the heights to lie by your side through the dead of night. Free soul willingness of the bard, embellished words, a soulful song well sung. Warmly we snuggle on the couch before the wood fire's blazing hearth, a cherished place almost too comfortable to bear as we enliven our senses and make love there. Liberated reveries over a wanton daydream will burst at the seam if you rein it in. Imagination you care to fashion with flair, extravagantly colourful and intensely there. I expect, I foresee and vitalise anew as I gain new strength from this captivating view. Warmth and comfort on this eve of rest, picture panoramic as subtle embers warms the chest. Your breast so firm yet soft to squeeze, caressing those wondrous mounds of joy, a gift to me and me alone. From dusk to dawn your mounds bound. The wondrous way, a wonderful day, a touch of magic from the seer's array of mystical, extraordinary, astonishing skill to elevate you out of fear and thrill as you rouse and stimulate your purpose tonight so you can follow your path doing everything right. In sight, on point, your mission must be, passionately walking the road to be free. Freedom you choose, and so it must be. When fate turns and destiny yearns, your destiny is to move in time with the subtle rhythm of your body line, poise, grace, and rhythm to boot, as your fine attire you sway and suit. Can I raise your vibration as you hear the sounds? Let the music take you as the heart starts to pound. Would you listen as I play you a song as you tune in again and not too soon? Can I touch your smile? Can I kiss your face, your adorable, shapely figure in lace? I long to hold and yearn to touch. Your beauty and elegance abound to the max. Tonight the wait will be no more as you unlock the gate to exit this door. Let me kiss you now, gently massaging your skin, so to be touched, so deeply, so sweetly therein. Solar power unites a new vision of light as the city will win with this electrical thing. While your skimpy red dress becomes you tonight, magnetically attracting me, pulling my plight. Loving the sun on a pristine beach, luxurious white sand gently warming your feet, with feet and heavenly toes so fine in lines, so shapely, finely and sensually prime. As you walk and take each step imprints freedom, grace and beauty afire. You're hot, 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 even hotter than glam. I'm laughing inside, shaking my head saying damn, so beautifully sweet, thinking fast on your feet in a heavenly way I relish each day, enthusiastically flying, destined so high to a place within you, too private to say. We entwine from a kiss to a passionate embrace, holding so tightly as this be the last, only one of many and many so more as we dwell in the shadow of moonlight flame. So hot, so happily in need of no other. Thank you, my dearest, my perfect lover. She is open to change and openly receives, procuring all the blessings her mind can conceive. I help her along as time moves on, fashioning the fate of prosperity's gate, the one and only hotness to be, all well and good she loves on me. Melodious tones rhythmically moving, a heart circling oceans to seductive grooving of clarinet and saxophone sweet music tonight as satin doll awaits in 3D delight. Jean-Baptiste swing to mesmerically ring, a voice deep inside to surface and sing. With passion so rich and agreeably strong, tonight's the night, we can do no wrong. Unnecessarily padded, deceptively quilted, you need no bra of such disguise. Gifted form and shape, so true to the touch, a feast for the eye I will never deny. Pure beauty and fulsome, I simply can't wait, so you can undress and I unzip the rest. Episodes of song in see-through lace as we gently caress, no need to haste. A subtle tease and a soft warm breeze as we temper the waters calm and fresh. Today my love you surpass the rest, with senses so heightened at our glorious peak. To know we bode well on this enchanted night as we make thee love and all things right. Allow a sparkling ray of light to enliven and beautify your radiant plight. We'll scale a new height, abounding delight, as your allure charms a lucid night. An undulating smile of delicate fragrance breathes sweet new verse on this timely occasion. How quickly can we create solutions to others ill at ease to support our situation? I'm curious to know what makes you tick, so to sumptuously celebrate this moment's ilk, when at night good fortune masses aplenty, moving happily along times 10 and 20. My love for you runs so deeply, soulful eyes, pure pools do dream and swim richly. So fine, captivating in my whole as nectar to a bee, my dreams so wild, anticipating your grind, giving love so strong I can barely hold on, awe-inspiring lady of harmonious accord, fascinatingly, delicately warm, I love you so. I will never forsake you, O beautiful one, holding hands, scaling delightfully, rapturous fun, taking on challenges and navigating safely through, with freedom a choice our customary drew. Encountering the new, it's so blissfully you. As for me, so true, I'm always there for you. This sanguine, lucid way of my enchanting lady, mesmerizingly soulfulness the standard she sets, tantalizingly tasteful as she walks in grace, taking care of her connection for the good of all, remarkably sated, satisfied and on the ball, connected to all that exists, singing songs of bliss so tall. Shaping intense feelings between you and me, fascinating fate in a hot walk of grace, a soft light shimmering on a receptive face, knowing it now as you knew it back then, what's to be done to be the masterful one. Let me pave the golden path to fulfill our dreams as I rigorously amass the funds we need, building upon all the desire as ample good fortune breathes us in. Let them adorn our path as we're on our way. With love, David Jean-Baptiste.
you want my love.